Where were you on Friday morning? I joined a protest in this ancient city of Durham about the single greatest issue that faces us today, and that, of course, is the climate crisis. It was great to see so many people of all ages there in this relatively small place. Because you see, even we oldies have an interest in this. We want to live a bit longer on this planet, but we also have children and grandchildren, maybe even great-grandchildren. And it's their future survival. Well, I'm here at the climate change protest in Durham Marketplace. Big crowd, lots of kids on strike from school. But I suppose it's their future, more than mine. I'm all for them. Not at the protest, but a while ago I saw a placard. It said, "Save the planet, it's the only one with chocolate." Well, I can relate to that because I'm a chocolate lover. But of course there's truth in it, because it's the only planet that has everything that we need for our survival, for life as we know it. There was a lot of passion at the rally, as there was no doubt around the world, and in much bigger demonstrations than in Durham. But here's a flavour of the events in Durham today. There were many children there, of course, and I was told by one that the school would have to mark them as absent. But it was with the school's tacit blessing. Who would have thought that one 15-year-old Swedish girl sitting with a placard outside the country's parliament could trigger this worldwide protest? Two reasons, of course. Greta Thunberg is absolutely right. And that was coupled with the power of the media, social media. She has inspired many. One particularly impressive speaker in Durham on Friday morning introduced himself as Grant from Durham Sixth Form Centre. This is some of what he had to say.
They're having their first protest today, their first major climate change protest. The youth of Jakarta are going out onto those streets today. They're going to the presidential palace and they're protesting. So I think we should give them a clap, because that takes a lot of courage. But I also want to say that ultimately it's still, sadly it's not enough. I mean, Brazil, I don't know if most of us have heard of the Amazon fire that's going on in Brazil. You know, it's a huge issue. What perhaps people don't realise is that despite the fact it's not being reported for about a week, it's still continuing, it's still burning after a week. It's still burning. There's people who've talked about the possibility that the Amazon could become a desert. It could become a desert soon. So we need to keep that in mind. We need to keep in mind the different people who are going to suffer from these consequences that we're protesting right now. And I just want to give you some numbers that will probably shock you. I'm going to start off with the rise in carbon dioxide that we've had in this world since the Industrial Revolution. So that's 150, 200 years, not too long in the sphere of history. It's the rise, it's bigger than any rise this planet has seen in carbon dioxide in 66 million years. 66 million years, and this is the biggest rise in carbon dioxide we've had. So we need to keep that in mind as we protest today, that the world's at stake. This isn't just a political party issue. I've seen people from the Green Party here, I've seen people from many different, political ideologies, many different parties, because it isn't just a party or an ideological issue. It's a humanitarian issue. It's an issue that we all face. So I just want to say thank you to everyone for turning up. We're going to have a ball tonight, we're going to try and get the change that we want, but I've just got to say to all the people out there who might be watching, who maybe think that what we're doing is pointless, we're in a little pokey town in the northeast, London's not listening, to a certain degree that's true, they don't listen to us. But what I must say is this, even if we change the mind of one person out there, one person who's listening to me or to you right now, that's a victory. We've changed one person, and that's good. Because one by one, this issue will be diminished. If we do one little bit to change our lives, we can benefit the world together. So let's have a good time. Let's do what we need to do. Let's save the world, and let's do it together with unity, solidarity. Thank you.
Much of the talk, of course, was about carbon dioxide. But I fear that that could only be the trigger for a much greater crisis. We hear, as Grant said, about fires in the Amazon, but there have also been fires in the Arctic. We've seen the effect of warming on the Arctic Ocean and on the Greenland ice cap. But a greater threat lurks beneath. There are billions and billions of tons of methane frozen in the Arctic tundra. If the planet warms to the extent that the tundra thaws out, that methane will be released into the atmosphere. Methane is a greenhouse gas many times more potent than carbon dioxide. My fear is that once that process starts, it will be unstoppable, and the Earth will rapidly become a Venus-style hothouse, unable to sustain human life. Scientists say we may only have 12 years, but with methane release, we might not even have that to put the brakes on climate change. This is truly the greatest crisis that humanity has ever faced. And with that happy thought, I say bye for now and leave you with the young protesters of Durham.